Welcome back, I'm Tim Cash. This is hour 2 of IMDb Live at San Diego Comic-Con right now. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for the cast of The Expanse. The room just filled, by the way. The fans are real. They're over there on the boat as well. Hello. All of you, such a pleasure to meet you all. Thanks for being here. Let's talk about this story, right? The show ended, and then it found a rebirth and came back again. You've been giving the fans so much for 3 seasons, but then the fans had your back and they came back. Tell us a story about what happened.
They're out there right now,
yeah,
thousands of them cheering for us.
Those are just your personal fans. The rest are somewhere else. The other boats are going. Tell everyone who doesn't know about the story about the rebirth.
Well,
of The
it
Expanse.
was crazy. We got cancelled on Syfy after 3 seasons. It wasn't working out there for whatever reason, and we all thought it was done. So, you know, we're out here auditioning for other jobs and stuff, and slowly but surely we see that the fans are kicking up quite a stink in the best way. And before we know it, there is petitions with over 100,000 signatures and banners being flown over Amazon's head offices in LA, and small models of the Rocinante being put into space. Like, the fans raised enough money for that.
What do you mean planes are being flown? So I read this and I was like, what do you mean planes are being flown over the Amazon
There was
headquarters?
a hashtag Save the Expanse banner flown over Amazon being like, save our show. So it was crazy. I don't think any of us could quite believe what was happening, because everyone's like, oh, the show's not going to get saved. That never happens.
It never, ever happens.
Never.
Like, people can sign petitions all you want, but it actually never happens. And then
lo and behold,
happened.
it did. And Amazon, the perfect fit for us. And now here we are.
So it was fans, you know, who were out there watching. And then there was really special fans too. I was reading more and more about people like George R.R. Martin emailing Jeff Bezos. Is that true? What happened?
It is. We have an incredibly passionate fan base. You know, famous ones and not so famous ones. But, you know, I think the most gratifying part about the whole thing is that, you know, we're all so passionate about this show, and to have that reflected back from people that we respect as artists, and also the fans out there who brought us back, we owe everything to them. I mean, they did bring us back. They own it.
There's that moment where it was announced that you would be picked up by Amazon by, in my opinion, the coolest man on this planet, Jeff Bezos. Tell me, what was that moment like for you? Because, you know, acting is this up and down roller coaster of, I got the job, I've lost the job, I was about to get the job, but then you've had these emotional roller coasters. What was that like for you sitting there, and describe to everyone the experience of Jeff Bezos, the man, telling you?
To give a story of how surreal the moment was, we were at this space conference. Bezos comes
First of all,
up.
you're at a space conference.
Yeah, we're at this.
Okay, game over. You win. Yeah.
And you know, and we were sitting there, and you know, Bezos comes up. He's giving a speech, and then before he says anything, he says, "I just want you to know that we're saving the Expanse. That the Rocinante will now be flying with Amazon from this point forward." So we're going crazy, and I'm patting this guy on the back, and I'm just jumping up and down, patting this guy back. And I looked over, and it was Buzz Aldrin. And he looked really annoyed at me, like,
Who are you? Yeah.
He's like a bear. So when he pats you on the back, it's like getting like punched constantly in the back. Poor Buzz.
So now that it's found a new home, let's talk about, you know, Amazon, this new partnership. Where is the show going? What's staying the same, and then what is going to evolve and change up?
The show
Go
is
ahead.
going all over the world. Thank God I don't have to tape it and send it to the UK or to the Middle East. They're now airing simultaneously. So the show is where it should have been from the very beginning. If the show talks about the people of the world, it should be shown to the people of the world. And we are ever so thankful to Amazon for this, because the whole world gets to watch it at the same time.
What's new? You know, that's talking about where it airs out to. The whole world gets to see it now. In terms of storyline, what are we seeing in terms of production value, scope, building? Because this new season, now we're in a whole alien world. The perspective's shifted. So how big is that world getting?
It's definitely expanded. See what I did there? Someone got it over there. I know.
You, off the boat. Yeah, go on.
Let me have my
And it's
little.
not her first time either.
No, I'm sure.
All the rest of the cast are like, oh, is she
And the
going
shame
to
is
go?
it's not her last either, I feel. That's the thing. But yeah, go on.
But the world has got much bigger. You get to see the characters that you love, but there are a lot more new characters, so they all play into our arcs in a new way. And we go to an Earth-like gravity planet for the first time. So it's called Illas, and we've never really seen that perspective before. So the world does spread out in a way that we've just never experienced. But I think even if you've not seen the first 3 seasons, you can still jump in and familiarize yourself with the world through season 4. But if you have, it's not the same cookie cutter thing that you've seen for the past 3 seasons. We're not staying to the same format. So it's exciting across the board, I think.
What I really love about season 4 is that we as a group, as characters, have been together for 3 or 4 years. And so well, as people, we've been here together 5 years, but as characters, we've evolved to, instead of these kind of like reckless misfits that are fighting for their lives, not knowing who each other are and finding our way, now we're a team.
Family.
And we're a family, and we've been through the mill. So when we're faced with whatever we're going to be faced with, we approach it with a completely different perspective than, say, we did in season 1.
I also think it's fitting that, if you're a fan of the books, Book 4 is kind of a new chapter. It's a new era.
Yeah.
So it's fitting that we are on this new platform and that we have moved into this global interface. And I think streaming for us is really important because it is a very intelligent show, and to be able to take in enough of it as you want it is a big plus for us creatively. And we're not constrained by being at 45 minutes every episode. We can say things and show things that we had to limit in the past.
No commercials.
So we're unlocked with what we are capable of doing as we're moving into this much larger world that we're building, and also managing to increase the intimacy of the knowledge of each of these characters.
I think what's important for shows nowadays, we have so many, but it's not just about being dressed up in sci-fi and outfits and shooting and fighting. It's actually what's being said underneath the surface layer. And when I watch The Expanse, it really is about, there's immigration involved, there's race involved, there's class systems involved. As actors, when you're getting into a part, I mean, you guys are there, how much does that help make you not just proud of being on the show, but on a deeper level as well? Let's let the white guy answer. No, I'm kidding.
I was about to... I'm joking.
I think that's what science fiction does best. It takes social, political things that we're dealing with in present time and putting them in another time and another place and examining them in a way that isn't as emotional for everybody. And so you can kind of see the truth of all the situations and everything play out in that type of setting.
We feel more human. It's like humanity at its best, with advanced technological gadgets that they can use, that they have at their disposal. So that human part helps me a lot, especially with my character, Shohreh, Earther, with all the ingredients of Shakespeare there. That helps a lot.
Okay.
And we as actors are from all different parts of the world and different backgrounds and different classes, and the way we've been cast on this show is because the source material was so diverse and inclusive in the first place. So, there's quite a few of us, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the source material, and so it's very it's quite magical in all senses, I feel, with the characters we're playing and how we come to be on the show and be together as a group.
Frankie, what are you most excited for in the new season?
Well, we get to
Give us a teaser.
Well, actually, I am allowed to say that we get to see our first proper glimpse of Mars through the eyes of Bobby. Yeah, which is great. And then she interacts with some new people.
Okay.
Oh, that's a little
Treading
sexier.
carefully. I think what's really interesting right now, I play these. For years, I've had these weird conversations with friends of mine, and you guys actually put it on TV. So now, at the end of the season, we've got all these brand new wormholes, right? There's a gate, goes to all these wormholes. Quick question.
Wormholes?
Let me go. It's like. Let me
Ring
go.
gates that open the solar system
They-
to new
to
other
every
systems.
other
I'm
places,
gonna use
right? What's on
wormhole.
the other side? Let me ask you, Stoner question. Hands up if you get
good.
the opportunity.
This
Let's
is
say
for
I turn
Steven.
around.
Okay.
If Jeff Bezos tells you, listen, you can go on a ship to another place, another civilization, maybe other planets. There's no definite chance that you're coming back, but you have the opportunity to go to places where no one's ever gone before. Hands up the people that would get on that spaceship, or would you just stay exactly where you are?
I would
go?
not go.
I would
Super
not
curious.
go.
Just to see?
there's
You know,
still
so
so much
curious.
to be in space.
Yeah, it's awful.
It's difficult. I'm chill. I'm gonna
And
sit
there's
right
still
here.
so much of
That's right
Earth
here.
I want to see.
Earth must come first.
Yeah.
There's so much of Earth I want to explore.
So,
I'm not.
Steve, you can take one for the
You're
team.
Too
by
curious,
yourself,
man.
buddy.
I guess I'm going by myself. It's gonna be a
and
lonely
Jeff, just
ride,
you
but
and us.
whatever.
Exactly. You know what?
That's
I'll
okay.
come with you.
All right, good.
All of you,
Richard,
real
drive us
quick,
up close
in a
encounters.
very short period of time, I want you to say a big thank you to your fans for bringing the show back on Amazon. To that camera right there.
Screaming Firehawks!
Thank you.
Give it up, everyone, for the cast of The Expanse.